What is up, guys? Wraec here with a new video, and today I'm finally going to have a look at Tower of Dreams Depth 11. Wanted to do that earlier? Well, last week. But then again, if you remember 2 weeks ago, we did Abyss SL. And during Abyss SL, I kind of forgot to do Tower. So I did a video last week and wanted to explain everything about the update and what's cool, and then go into Depth 11 and finish that with you guys. And I clicked on on Tower and then noticed, it's locked because I didn't do Depth 10 the week before, and that is of course a requirement to go into Depth 11. But I'm actually eager to see this. There are some things a little bit different. They changed some things about Tower. One of the things I noticed last time was they added extra loot to Depth 10. So, well, basically the CI resource and everything you get is a lot more. I think it went from like 82k to 110k or something for Depth 10 with all 4 up heroes. So that was kind of cool. And now I'm of course all the more eager to see how much CI or how many CI ments we are going to get for Depth 11. Up heroes are rather decent. We will have Star Alchemist Holmes. I don't have him before at the moment. I have a Belrain. I'm probably going to have 5-star Tara somewhere and a 5-star Natasha. I had an E5 Natasha some time ago, but no longer. So let's see how that actually works. On first look, not a whole lot different. Assassin stage here with Waldeck. We are going to use Aspen and SFX. Have both of them set up from doing campaign actually at the moment. So not really the best setup probably, but should be alright. And we actually have all the heroes. SFX core will be active, and I hope we will just do fine here. So let's see for the first fight if there is a difficulty spike or not. Usually those heroes should be okay. Well, that is not a strong Aspen. That is really not a strong Aspen. We can take a look at that. That is campaign setup level Aspen. That's 6.9 million attack. That is not really even remotely close to what I could make him. If we take a look at the house, of course a max house, but like not even a Transcendence Tenant in slot 4. And that Mockman actually, doesn't have a flag equipped. We could change that. I mean, like, I didn't want to change too much stuff around for later, because I want to continue to push Void campaign, have to clear the last level. It's currently stuck at 461. So didn't want to change too much, but we can do that. I can remember that, hopefully, so that we can change that back. So let's see. Next stage, actually. Notice, though, the enemies are faster than we are. Doesn't help them a whole lot, but they are faster than we are. So it's kind of cool actually to see how that Aspen hits like a truck. Now we have like a carry that he attacks. That might actually be bad. We might want to change the position here. I think it will be better if he actually attacks a meme, because that guy can't dodge. Well, we didn't get the kill there, but 2 mims down, 1 remaining, and the counterattacks are actually tearing him apart. So I would say those remaining carries won't be that much of a danger. Yeah, because dodges from SFX actually can't be dodged by the enemy. Oh, that's interesting. Azrael. We actually have an Azrael in the enemy team, so there are new heroes in here. Interesting. And very new heroes at that, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Then again, normal Azrael in there might indicate that we might even see Transcendence Azrael. And I know nothing. I really don't know anything. I haven't informed myself at all, so we have to see how that works out. It works out as LFA's murdering those stages apparently. Now we have Tix 2 times, Meme, Waldeck, and we will use LFA to attack the Waldeck. I'm kind of assessing who might be the weakest link on that team and try to attack that one so we can get an early kill, maybe get the extra damage on LFA, and then we have to see. The damage reducer, the attack reduce, of course, is pretty nasty with the ticks. We still have CC though, and at one point this attack reduce will run out, so shouldn't be too much of a problem, actually. Yeah. If we failed here, we could still change our Purify to Attribute Reduction Purify, which would have made a joke out of this stage and had us clear that stage a lot earlier. 6 times Tara, so nothing we can do about the positioning. 6 times Tara can be pretty strong as they lock down... Oh, and they're slow, interesting. As they lock down the passive skills from heroes, so SFX will not obtain sharpness actually from that attack. You can see first attack from the first Tara actually hit her. And again, she won't have sharpness, so she can't dodge the enemy attacks. Tara is kind of an underrated hero. Then again, so is Seal of Light. Seal of Light is such a weird thing. You don't often see Tara, so people don't really know what Seal of Light actually does. It's a little circle under her. And it's a weird one. I would wish actually for a hero to have Seal of Light, a better hero maybe than the ones we currently have than Tara. Because Seal of Light is kind of cool, and there are a lot of interesting things you can do with Seal of Light that wouldn't be possible with other heroes. That was a massacre, actually. If we can get a kill with the LFA, that is really easy. Slot 6 is a Natasha. Natashas have pretty low life. In campaign, that is. I'm mostly comparing campaign stats here because... Unimax Taunt. Okay, not going to kill Natasha. Would have been nice. We are going to beat this stage either way. Wraec is scary, but that is just way too weak. That is just way too weak. We can try attack the Natasha again a slot 6 Natasha. So we have proper positioning here. Natasha's unusual stage in Void Campaign with like other heroes. I think, what did we have? We had like Ticks I had in the stage, and like Natasha was always 20-30% lower life than all the remaining heroes on the stage. Natasha is pretty weak life-wise if you face her in campaign, so I reckon it's the same in Tower. Here, well, not really an obvious weak link here. You would want to take out the Garudas, but then again we will have dodge, so I will attack a Russell. That should be alright. Garudas can always be scary. I mean, as long as people can remember, Garuda has been a scary hero in Idle Heroes, haunting us in Void Vortex and everywhere else. Though I think we should have no problem here. Could have made this even easier if we put an energy artifact on the Star Alchemist homes, but with our current stat line we are way too overpowered for this. And Ongirimaru reviving, actually see that pretty rarely, but considering we have 5 stars on the team, it's not too uncommon. Oh, Holmesyoung. I hate it. I hate it so much. Nobody likes to see him. We are going to attack Freya. Holmesyoung is such a pain in Void Campaign. I think I've spent the last days, like last 3 days or something, fighting stages with Holmesyoung in Void Campaign. Mainly because he has those potions that he throws when anybody on the team attacks, and he even does so when he's CC'd. And those potions hit for a crap ton when you are in Void Campaign 4. And I have to say, that's really annoying. That's one part of Void Campaign that I really don't like. And that is that you go in there and then you do a fight and there is so much RNG involved. It's actually ridiculous. That stage could have been difficult, but like we can one-shot all Oberons, so it really isn't. I'm quite eager to see how the stat lines are going to improve. Is Depth 12 going to be considerably harder or not? We could usually see that if I didn't screw that up with like last week, but that's the sacrifices you make to clear Abyss SL. Had to do that. Yeah. Usually Force is quite a difficult opponent. Not quite that difficult here. We murder him. I mean, after all, it will be, I guess, a fun to watch video. Seeing LFA murder like the entirety of Depth 11. Wasn't intended to be that way. I thought it would be much harder, to be honest. But I mean, it's alright anyway. Couldn't get the kill here. But then again, we spread the Horrify. So that's alright. I didn't want us to get an Impeccable Flow active. Oh, Both Azraels reviving, interesting. Might put up a fight. It's kind of a revive stage with the Onkiri Marus that are certainly not going to get revived, and the Azraels, and then we have nothing that actually revives. 4 heroes here. The carry and the Azraels actually have the same revive mechanic now. Wasn't the case when they released those. Okay, who are we going to attack here? Tix is squishy. But the combination of Olivia and Sherlock can be quite dangerous. I think we start with the Tix and are then going to see what else we can do. Didn't get shrunk, so that's good. Took out one Olivia. That's pretty good as well. That is not so nice that we got shrunk here. Oh, we will see how this turns out. We are still pretty tanky. Well, that's wrong. We're not that tanky. The enemies just don't do proper damage. So, well, then again, proper damage. I'm used to Void campaign damage now, where every enemy hits like for 250 million or something, and those hit for not even remotely close that. If you see those damage numbers, it's like nothing. It's like really nothing. And now we are at the Nightmares, and I saw some things changed here. So let's start with Nightmare 3. That's usually pretty easy. And we can select stuff here. That's interesting. Ban a reverse curse. Ban. Okay. That's interesting. So we can't go out here, so we have to decide on something. Increases all enemies' armor by 10%. Yeah, that doesn't matter. We run SFX. That's not that important. Increase all enemies' holy damage dealt by 50%. Holy damage dealt. I mean, like, is that a new stat, or is that like holy damage? Because holy damage dealt sounds like all damage dealt. Is that like all holy damage dealt? Because that would be significant. 50% holy damage doesn't matter. Those enemies have like 600% or something. But if it's like all holy damage dealt, then it's really a lot of extra damage. While they don't have a lot of attack probably. When any hero dies, all allies take damage equal to 150% of the dead hero's attack. So on our heroes that doesn't matter. I think this is actually the scary one. And beyond that they have the usual stuff. So they have like 3 extra stuff. You can decide to ban one of those. And the rest stays. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But you got my reasoning, so we will see. We are going to try that. What happened to my team? Kind of decided that I don't need some of those heroes. Can't I use my... Oh, only awakened heroes. Well, I guess we have to awaken a Tara. I don't have an awakened Tara, so we kind of have to fix that now. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't like that. I mean, like, we're just awakening that hero for some stupid loot. We shouldn't even do that. But I just want to see. I want to see how it works out. Maybe we get an A tier now. That would be stupid. No. But D tier. I mean, it's alright. Usually the loot is not really worth doing what we just did. But I want to see. I want to see how that works out. If we can still beat it. So that was the effect from the modifier. This Tara should be rather tanky. We now have dodge. Maybe we even have 2 dodge charges. And that's it. Didn't look like we could beat it. But it's impeccable flow. The damage from the modifier was much more significant than I thought it would be. And it was quite a lot. And it looked like a damage over time effect. It's kind of interesting. So we have this one. Maybe we go with Nightmare 1 first. Oh, that's interesting. There we have the Azrael. There we have the Azrael. Okay. Interesting stage. The Mockman, by the way, should be absolutely useless. I faced him in campaign now a few times. He doesn't have sublimations. And sublimations are really what makes him useful. LFA, yeah, can be scary. Azrael for reviving. We have Holmes Young and EOS for some damage over time effect. The LDA is really the scary part here. Okay, you can't click on it with... okay, we only have 6 rounds. Increases backline enemies crit by 100%. Interesting. Increases all enemies damage reduction by 20%. When an enemy's HP is lower than 50% for... That is... Oh, okay. Interesting. That basically makes every enemy cruise. I mean, I would want to get rid of the damage reduction, but like, that thing looks really annoying, to be honest. Let's ban this. Can we still change that? We can. Okay, that's cool. We can still change that. Yeah, I reckon we just go in here, see what's up, what's happening. Certainly a different kind of team. Some of those might be rather scary. The LFA curses are, of course, really a pain, because now we can't crit anymore. That will cut down our damage quite a lot, actually. And then the... Okay, interesting. Interesting. Do I have to go serious mode here? Serious mode, as if there was something like that. Can we outspeed? I think we will just screw with the setup a little bit. I have it all on video anyway, so that is still from during campaign. And then we are going to go with a little bit more speed. We have that. That's done. Going to go with precision for some extra damage. And then we will take the LFA, and the LFA is going to get a receptor. Currently runs crit damage. We can run the speed heal effect here. Going to go for double speed on that one. And his setup otherwise, and then that is quite alright. So let's see if we can outspeed. Might be a little bit different situation now. We have to see. So the LFA can, also SFX can as well, and two of the enemies won't even attack now. That's good. Couldn't get the kill there, that's annoying. But we will get an impeccable flow active. With Dazzle inflicted on us. Oh, that was annoying. That was annoying that we had Dazzle there. What did kill us? Was that like the damage from the Ezreal? I wonder what killed us there. 1 second. That was the Ezreal damage. So I was right fearing Ezreal. I think we can just try again. It's really... Damage reduction is the annoying part, and then we have those... Those modifiers are really stupid. I mean, like the cruise stuff. Damn, that's strong. Damage was a little bit worse this time. But then we got the counter stuff. They are doing solid damage, but not really like insane amount. We are dazzled once again, and we are dead. This fight was significantly worse. I wonder if we can actually shift the attack from what is in the front row. We have the LFA in the front row. I mean, the Homesyang doesn't matter for now. We can just do that, I think. Should be better. Just a few tries, and then we will certainly get it. It's a little bit of CC and crit RNG, but nothing too major. This time the entire back row won't attack, so that's good. Didn't really help that the LFA does no longer attack the back row. Honestly, I had hopes that we might do a little bit better damage here. But SFX struggles a little bit to clear those. The damage reduction seems to be quite severe. Running a bit out of rounds. That's not good. Oh, coming in with the save here. This Ezreal. Scary, I have to tell you. That's not cool. Then we have the CC wave. Crit damage reduce as always, and then we have to see again with the stun, armor break and armor. We will choose the stun or the effect against the stun. How's their positioning? Their positioning is like this. We definitely want to get rid of an armorer. Nobody likes armorer. I should have maybe even gone for mark reduce or mark purify, because that can certainly kill us. Yeah, and we should change our loadout a little bit to get the crit away, because we don't really do that much crit damage anymore. It's reduced by 75%. So not that great. Then again, our bonus damage from dodging can do a lot of damage still, and that wasn't too nice. Yeah, I think we should change away from crit for this one. We have precision already, crit damage, and we run a crit damage stone even, don't we? No, we run speed attack. I had the crit damage stone rolled. So let's change that to not to armor break, definitely not armor break. Last time I ran an AMB and they couldn't even kill me, which was quite funny. We can try that. We can try that. Damage reduction, and then we need precision, and where is it? Holy damage. AMB. And we need the suicide Ignis. That's a suicide Ignis, that's alright. That worked last time pretty well against this stage. But then again, we are no longer in easy mode here. So, might just not work, we will see. Let's see if that works. Of course we're dove now. Oh, I forgot to change the Purify. I forgot to change the Purify. Of course we run Mark Purify if we run a team like this. Then again, we just got CC'd, which of course isn't that cool. We still got CC'd. Yeah, and then the Mark killed us. We can try that again. It didn't look too promising, to be honest. I guess they included the CI offset. In recent times, they often include CI offset when designing such stages, and then they have 40% CI offset. Might be the case here, they won't list it anywhere. We have to see in a data mine. I guess we will do some more episodes on clears like this, and then I can give you guys some more info. I will check if that is really the case. It might just be. But the dodge is certainly going to help a bit, though again we are CC'd and we had the suicide Ignis. Usually that wouldn't be the case. Of course we can't do proper damage now if we still get CC'd. So I guess this way is not really the best way to clear it. We can, I think it can be successful. Might take a lot of attempts though, and I'm not quite sure this will be the best way to do it. Got one kill. And again, as soon as the armorers have their shield up, we do our impeccable flow active, healing everything. So that's not really that great. I got the kill on the armorer. Can we get extra damage? No. We can get petrified, which doesn't help at all. It's a joke that was successful. Yeah, they are just not able to kill the SFX, and that's the reason we win. This stage won't be quite that nice to us, I would reckon. So on this one I would rather go for damage. Getting a good hit on like the SFX with impeccable flow and some crit damage will be much better than relying on the survivability here. Those SFX will likely be very mean to us. We can take some damage reduction, I think. Should be alright. The LFA with the Receptor? I mean, like, it's alright. We can do that. We can do that. We'll no longer need the Suicide Ignis here. And we, of course, want both of our strong heroes in the front row to dodge the back row hero attack and HP reduce. Let's see what modifiers we have. At the beginning of each battle increases all enemies attack by 120% for 1 round. That's a lot. And does scale with the holy damage that I have. Yeah, that's the obvious one. That one seems really scary. That one seems really scary because holy damage is based on the attack, and if it's 120% attack buff, that's actually quite substantial. You wouldn't want that. So let's see. Let's see how that works out. The nightmare stages are, I don't want to say super difficult, of course. Like this we enable them to get double impeccable flow, which isn't great. At least that's something you wouldn't want. Then again, the impeccable flow actives didn't really do a whole lot. And now they're dead. Yeah. We have just way more stats than they have, and the SFX stage, honestly, quite easy. This is the one with one slot less. Position 2 is not able to deploy any heroes, so SFX will have to do that alone. What do we have here? We have the cruise stuff as well. Yeah, cruise stuff is horrible. Frontline block by 50%. Yeah, that's 17.5% less damage for those SQH on average. So not that great, but should be okay. We have damage reduce equipped. Got a kill. Doesn't look too scary. Let's be honest. The Garuda here. We could have even put a Demon Bell on the... yeah, we might even do that. I should have put a Demon Bell on the Holmes-Young, just to avoid that happening. But... I mean, even the counter pings are not remotely as strong as in Void Campaign. And yeah, they have no chance. They have no chance. So we did it with max loot, which is quite cool. Should be quite substantial. SFX with the solo carry here. SFX still such a strong hero. 114k. Okay, I just pulled up the screenshot I had from my last week's clear of Depth 10. In Depth 10 I got 80 elite shards. We got 90 now. 240 5-star shards to 61. 2,445 hard rock. 30k toolboxes, 100k rock, 100k wood, 2,960 dust, and 8.4 million and 11 million. So quite a lot more loot than I got last week, and I think I did last week with like full up heroes. So the buff from going to depth 11 instead of depth 10 is actually quite substantial. And to be honest, I think the normal stages are not a whole lot harder than they were in the depth 10. The nightmares, of course, they're on different stages now. Some of them can be quite evil. The nightmare 1 was with the Lord of Death Ezreal quite insane, but overall I would say it's a pretty decent upgrade. Brings some change to the game. The nightmares are absolutely interesting, though still loot-wise not really worth it. And I like it. I'm eager to do the other levels. Maybe we will do one video a week and do all those levels together. Though this one was quite easy, and I have to see how it works out in the upcoming weeks. It can take quite some time to clear that. I remember doing the push to depth 10 and sitting there for multiple hours, and that would not quite fare well for video. Though we might just cut it together and then just not do a live commentary. We have to see. I will see how I can do it, and gladly. I wish you guys a great week, and we will see us in the next one.